Balked at the first attempt, now quickly led in. Barrier attendant clears the way. Set at the 2200 and they're off and racing. Out quickly is our mate Charlie and also Mississippi Delta together, and Colonel Jessup now going forward. Pure Gem with Witten searching for the lead. Cassowary Street coming over. Silver Zapato, Crimson Rocket right behind those. It's the one down on the inside from Tyson Fight. They're followed by Outspoken Duke, Blue Tracer going back, Midnight Banquet likewise, Templars Cross, and settling down last of all is On Stage. They go by Beckett's Gate, less than 1800 to travel. Colonel Jessup over on the outside looking to try and head off our mate Charlie. Pure Gem went up there third, couldn't cross though. Behind them Crimson's Rocket, down on the inside of the hot pot Mississippi Delta, three deep Cassowary Street. In the middle Tyson Fight, Silver Zapato around it, three wide. The pace has come off a cog. Over on the inside Outspoken Duke just getting up onto the bit then, followed by Midnight Banquet around them, three deep in front of Blue Tracer. On the fence second last is Templars Cross, and On Stage brought up the tail end of the field. Colonel Jessup led the way for Diamond Dan Stake at the 1200. The break a length and a half on Pure Gem. Over on the inside, travelling third then came our mate Charlie with Cassowary Street still around them. A little deep from in the middle Mississippi Delta. On the rails to Crimson Rocket with 1,000 left to go. They're being followed over on the outside by Silver Zapato. Covering ground but with cover on the back of Cassowary Street. Then Tyson Fight who's pulled his way up there. Over on the inside to Outspoken Duke. Back there with Midnight Banquet at the 800. The last trio, Blue Tracer, Templars Cross, and still at the tail is On Stage. Out by the 700, he takes off again with Colonel Jessup as they come off the riverside of the track. Colonel Jessup established a break of 2.5. Pure Gem, our mate Charlie, Cassowary Street, and also around them Silver Zapato. They've both covered ground, but they've got the leader easily. Midnight Banquet's gone up there in front of Mississippi Delta. Then Crimson's Rocket On Stage, followed by Outspoken Duke. Around the corner they'd straightened up now. Silver Zapato got the head in front of Cassowary Street. Midnight Banquet joins in quickly, 2 lengths away then Mississippi Delta, and is starting to gun them down very quickly. 150 out. Mississippi Delta stormed up, grabbed the lead, put pay to them and pulled away. Going to be an emphatic win here. Went on to win it easily at the end, Mississippi Delta. Second home Midnight Banquet. Crimson's Rocket I think has grabbed third in front of Outspoken Duke from well off them On Stage, made up many legs, and then Silver Zapato a battling run. Blue Tracer next home, Tyson Fight, then our mate Charlie, Templars Cross, Cassowary Street, Pure Gem, and it stopped very quickly from the corner, Colonel Jessup, and failed to beat one home. Mississippi Delta gets home in the cerise and white for the second time here today. Those colours salute. 190, 120. Too good for them here over Midnight Banquet at the odds, and Crimson's Rocket. It looked as though it had run third in 220.88. So Mississippi Delta lightly raced, a mare by High Chaparral from Mississippi Belle. For Grant and Alana Williams, another one for W. Pike this afternoon. And that's 2 wins out of 3 starts, having graduated out of a maiden and then getting beaten narrowly when it stormed to the line second up in a 2000. It's eaten up the 2200 today, and just a very, very progressive type of 4-year-old mare she is. She was able to dominate them in the latter part. 2 lengths, 1 3/4, home in 35.82. 4, 12, 2 and 11 are the official numbers. 4, 12 to 11. So better than midfield throughout, and she was able to get around them once the swoopers made their challenge. Silver Zapato, Midnight Banquet. She finished up getting a really good run in behind them there, towed up to the bend, and once Pike was able to get her out towards the middle, the race was all over. The next on the card, the last today at 5:10, the Schweppes Handicap, and here 15, 16, 17 come out there with no riding changes there in the last on the card. Mississippi Delta there, High Chaparral, Mississippi Belle, a half sister of course to the Group 1 Railway Stakes winner Elite Belle. So she's got some pretty big shoes to fill there, but the way she's progressing at the moment, there might be better wins in store for her, and that was an emphatic victory. Gareth Hall is down there with owner breeder Bob Peters after the win. Punters liked her as well, Gareth, because they got on at the very short odds at the finish.
Yeah, heavily supported, Darren, and Mississippi Delta. And Bob, this family means a lot to you, and you've been patient with this particular mare. That must give you great satisfaction with the way that she put her rivals away today.
Yes, by the look of it, it's all been worthwhile. The way she raced, she raced very much like Elite Belle. As long as you hold her up long enough, she had a terrific sprint home. And I remember early with Elite Belle's career, William, sort of said to me, "I've got to learn to trust her."
Do you think he's learning to trust this one?
Well, I think he might.
Where do you go with her now? You've been very patient with her, Bob, and she continues to step up to the plate, and she looked better than what she did the other day too when she finished second at Bunbury. Do you keep on going?
Oh, I don't think she'll go for much longer. She just needs to keep developing. A while back, even before Bunbury, I was nearly ready to turn her out again when I saw what she looked like one day, but then since then she seems to have handled it okay.
High Chaparral, she gets the 2,200 metres no problem. Is this her best trip, or do you see her maybe she could go a little bit further?
Oh, I think, yeah, we don't have many races further than that, do we?
There is the Eastern States, Bob, from time to time, and she does live up to her siblings.
Oh, she'd have to improve a bit for that.
But it's exciting anyway when you're patient with her and she does what she did today.
Yes, it's good to see, and it's good to see that she was very tractable and she's learning.
She is learning. Well done, Bob.
Thank you.
There's Bob P.